What's up, people? Well, looks like StreamYard changed some things on me. So we've got some different stuff here. And I couldn't play my intro, so that's why it was like, what the heck? What's going on here? I'm supposed to be able to play intros. Something changed. So see if I can do something about that. But I guess not. Anyway, what's up, everybody? I'm a little tired today. Had a busy day at work, and then on top of that, had to do some of my own stuff for my own car, and then went on a drive after, and I'm kind of tired. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Thank you for those of you that are here. Sorry for that weird little delay. I'm going to have to change. I guess there's the plans changed. So if I have a free one, it's going to be something different, which is no big deal. I'll just have to change it so I can do my stuff. But StreamYard seems to be the easiest to work with. So that's what I'm going to stick with, because it's been working for me. But thanks to all of you that are here. We've got 6 people in the room so far. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Check out the links in the description. Shows you how you can support the channel, or become a member, or check out merch and all that other stuff. Then we've got Shadow Ops in the building. So he's actually here. What's up, Shadow? Thanks for being here. Big Chris is here as well. What's up, Big Chris? He's got a cool project that he's working on with his pops. Looks like it's a B-2 bomber. Very cool. So yeah, who else is here? We've got Shadow. Lots of people talking. Big Chris, Shadow, Randy Living Good is here. What's up, Randy? How you doing? Yeah, there is a GROM on the way. We're beginning. So where's the Fred Barron? I play his music. I know everybody goes live on Wednesdays. Wednesday's like the day for everybody now. So, but I'm stick to it. It used to be my day. So I'm going to make it my day again. But, let's see here. I don't know why the music gets louder than it really should be, but it's okay that it is. So just going to be going over some stuff in RC. Just stuff that's been going on. We've had lots of sales. I don't know if they're sales or just people trying to get rid of their stuff before they have to hike up some prices. But yeah, so there have been a few. Let's see. Yeah, the Shadow. I know the feeling. I'm a mechanic for a living, so as soon as I'm done fixing on one thing, something else breaks. I have to maintain a fleet at my job. So as soon as one thing gets fixed, something else breaks. It's just the way it works. But as far as my own stuff, my car's good. I just had to do a regular oil change today. All good. But so yeah, I'm branching out a little bit and I'm changing up what I've been doing because I've been doing a lot of the same thing for a very long time. As you guys know, I'm a jet guy. Spent lots of time with EDFs, know them pretty well. Zero desire to step up to turbines, no desire whatsoever. Staying at EDFs because I want to have a good time. Just a break. I don't want to have to go into all this setup and all this unnecessary crap. There's the Fred Barron. So what's up, Fred Barron? How you doing? Thank you for being here. And Mr. Victor RC, what's up with you? I see you there too. Thank you for being here. So yeah, so I'm sticking to this jet thing, but I have more prop planes. And I did gas for more than I've done anything, but I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to stick to the electric stuff because that is the easiest. Just got to plug and go. It's just the easiest way to do it. But the expense for turbines isn't the issue either, Shadow. I could afford one. It's not a problem. I just don't like all the extra baggage that comes along with one. I can afford a few of them. It's just I don't have a desire to deal with it. I have to troubleshoot. I have to figure out why things break at work. I don't want to do that on a day that I'm flying. I want to go out there, plug in, know that it's going to work, and be done. Simple as that. The expensive part, actual car parts and actual cars are expensive. That's the way I look at it. But I guess I'm into the hobby for fun. I'm not into it for bragging rights. And hey, check this out. Mr. Urban Legends is here. What is happening with you, my friend? How are you doing? Thank you for being here. I'm checking with everybody that's showing up. I got 9 people in the room. Thanks to every last one of you for being here. I know we got a lot of chats, a lot of people going on. I think Pilot Ryan's going to be going on too, which is fine. He's been around for a while. We've got who else? I think Just Passionate was on, but I think he might be done already. But he was on too. I was on there for a little while before I got pulled away and had to start doing some other stuff. But I try to check out all the good people. There are some very good people in this hobby. There are people that are not just all about the influencer curse. It was actually kind of surprising to see that the RC Sailors brought up some stuff about how FMS and some of these other people are pushing them to be non-objective. So, and I mean, it's something we've always kind of suspected, but a lot of these places are trying to tell these people, hey, we're going to give this to you, but you got to make it look good. I'm like, that's not really being a good reviewer. So I'm surprised that the RC Sailors actually brought it up and said something about it. But one of the planes I did want to talk about is what they were talking about. Oh, I see, Mr. That's a cool setup. Big Chris, I see it. I see you posting, sending stuff to Messenger. If you can, put the plane in the chat so people can see what it is that you guys are putting together. CVO Hobo, what is up with you? Thank you for being here. Oh, okay. So, and yeah, CVO Hobo saying howdy to everybody. What is up, everyone? And thank you for being here, CVO. He's been a supporter for a long time and very much appreciated. Flyboy305, he's here as well. I thought that you had been here before. I guess maybe I was thinking of someone else, but Flyboy, thank you for being here. Much appreciated. Keep on chatting, and I'll give you a wrench. So the way that it works with me with wrenches, guys, just so everybody knows, you spend time chatting with me and interacting with people here in the chat, you will eventually get a regular moderator wrench. And that regular moderator wrench will actually get you into a different category in the giveaway that I'm going to be doing soon. I haven't figured out the date yet, but there will be a giveaway because I reached a milestone, which is 3,000 subscribers. It's been taking me a long time to climb up, but I did finally do it, and I do appreciate everyone for doing it. So as it's supposed to be, you got to give to get, and since I've been getting all this love, I've got to give something back to the community. So now that we are at 3,000 subs, there will be a giveaway soon. I'm not going to know exactly when, but I am going to do it, and I have to figure out what all is going to be given away, and it will be brand new stuff and little, there'll be little bits and pieces, and there'll be some bigger stuff, maybe one big thing, but there will be different categories for the giveaway. So there'll be people that are a giveaway that's open to everyone, giveaway that's open to people with wrenches, and a giveaway open to members. So I got to make it fair for everyone. So I don't want it to be something where it will be somebody who just decided to check out the channel this day. I want it to be where everybody that's actually been supporters and such will actually get something for being cool, but and for supporting me over all these years. But very much appreciated, and I do appreciate everyone. I don't care that it's not 50, 60, 70 people on the chats. I do appreciate it, and I see a lot of people check out the streams afterwards, which is fine too. But it would be cool to get people back up on here chatting again, because then the chat would go crazy, which is cool. But because Urban, I got to hand it to Urban Legend and to Just Passionate, because they always get a ton of people in there for their chats, and that's pretty cool. So I want to be like them someday, which is cool. I used to do that a while ago. It'll come back. Problem is, I'm not able to do as much as I used to because I've got more things going on now than I used to. I spent 15 years straight just going full on hardcore RC, nothing but RC, all RC, RC. And then got to a point where I'm like, I'm missing out on too many things. So I'm going to have to let the RC go just a little bit so that I can get back to some other stuff. So that's what's been going on. That's why you haven't seen as much of me on forums. You haven't seen as much of me on other people's live streams, on the big companies' live streams. I used to spend a lot of time on Motion RC stuff. Used to spend a lot of time on a lot of those other pages. I'm not doing that anymore, just because I got too much going on. My job changed at work too, so I'm a lead now. So I'm actually over 4 people, which means that I've got a little bit more stuff to be paying attention to. But I do appreciate everybody getting there. And yes, Shadow Ops, I got to give you props because you're the one who helped me get over 1,000. It was you and a few other people that really helped me get over 1,000. So thank you for doing that. And thanks for your continued support. So I told Big Chris to share what he was looking at, what he was telling me about. So take a look at that. It's in the chat. That's what he and his dad have been working on. He and Big Chris and his dad, as Pops, have been big supporter of mine for a very long time, and much appreciated. They are like the burner meisters. They've got a crap ton of burners for my planes. So much appreciated to them. Thanks to Fred Barron, much appreciated. And so Flyboy305, thank you for being here, and thank you for saying what's up to everybody. I've seen you in the other chats. So you have a wrench, my friend. Thank you for hanging out here and chatting with us. So like I said, when it comes to the wrenches on my channel, It was funny when I first started with StreamYard, we used to get all these crazy Russian porno sites that kept coming on here, and the moderators would help shut that stuff down. But the way that we're doing it now, it's just going to be, we'll have a special giveaway for members, for moderators, and for anybody. So when we get to that, you guys will have your own special thing. So the more you chat, the more you will actually get. Not only is it cool interacting with people here online, but it's also means that you're going to get a little extra from Gooniac for being cool and checking him out. So thank you very much, everybody. But so I'm not going to chat forever, because as you can see by the little bags under my eyes, how my eyes aren't totally open all the way, I'm freaking tired. But I did something today, and it was fun. I mean, I felt kind of stupid, because the place that I was going to get it from, I should have. And when I went to go get it, they not only had put it on sale, they were all gone. So I've been talking about the GROM for a while, and then the Vortex. I didn't realize how cool the GROM was, and how small it was, and how capable it was. I know the Vortex looked like it was decent price, and I'm like, oh, that's really good. That's $250 for a two-wheel drive car that size. Is pretty cool, and it's ready to run. But then I looked at the GROM, I'm like, hey, this GROM is cool. It's even faster and it's smaller, so that means it's easier to transport, easier to take around. So I started looking at all the GROMs. I know they have GROMs of all different types, but the one that I ended up getting, I was going to get through HobbtZone, but like I said, I took too long, and they ended up going out of stock. The coolest thing about HobbtZone is that not only are they a let me see if I can put that in there again. They are yeah, that's sold out. They're all different types. They had the BLX, they had the mine's GROM. No, I got the BLX. No, I missed that one. Okay, so I had to go somewhere else to get it. I couldn't get it through HobbtZone. I like HobbtZone because the price you see is the price you get. So you don't have to pay shipping, you don't have to pay tax, you don't have to pay any of that crap. So I'm going to put it in the chat right now. This is what I got. I didn't get it from there, but I got it from another place. I think it ended up coming out of A-Main, but it was a place in Vegas that bought it through A-Main, which is kind of cool. But this thing's pretty cool. So the first one that I was looking at was going to be $250, which was actually, no, it was $229. That's what it was going to be. And I'm like, wow, it's only 2S for regular driving, 3S if you want to go really fast, because it'll go up to 50 miles an hour, 50 plus if you go to 3S. So it came with I forgot what it comes with. It comes with a 2S pack. That's fine. I can get batteries easy. And I've got 24. No, let's see. Anyway, whatever. Doesn't matter. It's 2 or 3S capable. If it comes with 2S, that's fine. It'll still do 35 miles an hour, which is more than enough. But I do plan on getting the 3S batteries to get that thing to go crazy, because the throttle stick is what controls how fast you go, not the battery. So the higher cell count will just mean that it could go fast if you want it to or not. So, but that's what I'm gonna get. It's the Typhon GROM, the 3S BLX, and it's supposed to be here by next week on Monday. So that's kind of exciting. It's something it's new and nice to be able to get into the newer stuff from in RC cars, because I got started with RC cars back in the 80s, before I went up to moving up to RC planes, U-control planes, then RC planes, and that's where it started. Lyndon, what's up with you? Thank you for being here, my friend. Nice being able to see you guys on my channel, because I'm trying to get on ties anytime I see you guys on, because The fun zone is hella funny. You guys crack me up in there. And like I told Urban and you guys on the or Ty, like I told Ty on the on his channel the other day, I'm going around saying Chastity all the time, and people are like, "What the heck's wrong with this dude? What the hell are you talking about?" But that cracks me up every time I hear you guys say Chastity. That's pretty funny. So thank you for being here. I see you, and I do appreciate you. So let's see, if you don't have a wrench, you gonna get one, because I know that you guys deserve it. So regular stand-up moderator. There you go. But yeah, thanks to all of you for being here. Yeah, as always, I'm still posting lots of stuff on the channel, mainly shorts, just because I have so many videos. I got way too many videos, but I'm able to use a lot of content and make a lot of content from those videos. I've been cutting some up here just a few minutes ago, but I've also been doing some different stuff. So we have like a little mini wildlife sanctuary in our backyard. I'm kind of in the heart of what they call the Silicon Valley. If you guys have an iPhone, like an actual Apple iPhone, the actual iPod, the actual company that designs the Apple iPhone, the main headquarters is down the street from where I live. So yes, it's made in China, but it's an actual, the actual company is right down the street from where I live. So we're in the heart of the city, but where I live, we're in like a really quiet area. So we have all these animals that come around. We have squirrels. We have all different kinds of birds. We have hawks that we don't like to come eat the birds, but there are squirrels, hawks, eagles, buzzards, possums, skunks, raccoons, all those things come hang out with us. So who's this? Craig Bevan. What's up, Craig Bevan? He is here. What is happening, my friend? I missed my MiG-21 after seeing your picture there. I need to get another one. I hope the Freewing comes up with a new one and doesn't hike the price up to $900. But I do miss my MiG-21. That was one of the most fun planes. It was a pretty epic crash, though. So that was, even though it sucked, it was kind of worth it. But so yeah, so I'm taking videos and pictures of the wildlife that's here in my backyard. All different kinds of birds, which is cool. Goldfinch, housefinch, sparrows, wrens, nuthatch, woodpecker, titmouse, interesting name, chickadees, all these kind of birds that come hang out. And there are a couple funny names, sapsuckers and warblers and all these other cool things that come hang out. So we have a possum that walks across and hangs out, and we'll eat the almonds we put out. So anyway, I'm taking videos of that. That's the whole point of me bringing all that crap up. I took some videos and I posted them online, posted it in my shorts, not in my shorts, on the short videos there. That sounds better on the page, and just trying to mix it up a little bit, showing more of our driving. My son and I, we went on a drive today. After work, after I changed my oil, I hopped on the road, and then as I'm headed to the lookout, he goes flying by and blasts me as he drives by and turns around and comes back, and then we go back down the hill together. Got some new tires on my car, so I'm breaking those in so I can drive like a ding dong. But so my channel, I'm trying to diversify, trying to do a lot more than just one type of thing, just so that it will be all the hobbies that I enjoy. But let's get back to where I started, which was RC, with the regular goofy Sears and Toys R Us grade cars from back in the days. That's what got me into all this. That is way too much TMI there, Victor. That's the kind of thing that your wife should be saying. But anyway, and yes, it's a bummer. I think that they discontinued it simply because they might be bringing it back in a different rendition, hopefully. I got a lot of flights on mine, and it just really sucked that it went down. I burned up the motor and then zigged when I should have zagged, and went straight headlong into barbed wire and just shredded the thing. It was awful. So there was no bringing it back. It had already been to hell and back. So it's just bad. As Urban Legend said, shout out to the 14 in the room, and don't forget to hit that like, please, please hit the like button. The last video I did, you guys clicked the like button a lot. But as I was saying, I got started with this hobby with those. I don't remember if you guys, if how many of you are old enough to remember this, but the Sears catalogs, the Toys R Us catalogs, those magazines that had the Sig Hansen. What's her name? Not Sig Hansen. Sig Hansen's from Deadliest Catch. Hazel Sig, with all the different types of airplanes from back in the 70s and 80s. That's the stuff that got me into this. And the Toys R Us and Sears catalog, they always had cars that I wanted to get. So I got Tyco, I got Nico, I got all those toy grade cars. And then eventually got to some of the hobby grade stuff. And the hobby grade stuff at the time was Kyosho, the Frog. I don't remember who made the Tamiya, Kyosho, all that stuff. So by the time I got a little older, I was able to get a Frog. And then that was a brush motor, and that had a speed control, so you didn't just go forward and back. You had other stuff, and it was cool. And then I realized all the different things you could do. You could adjust the shocks, you could adjust the ride height, change the springs, change the weight of the oil and the shocks to make the shocks behave differently. Then there's all these different settings that I didn't know about, and went through all that stuff, made the cars do some pretty cool stuff. Cars got boring for me pretty quick, so that's when I jumped up to airplanes. Started out with the airplane, but I'm kind of making it full circle because now this little thing is pretty dang cool. It was $90, and it has everything you need to do, everything you need to get it going. Here, I can turn on the transmitter, get it started so you can see. It has this little transmitter is 4-channel, and it uses 3 of them. But we're gonna get this thing going. This is it seems really simple, and it is. But all these things that are just really simple now used to be really expensive back in the days. So I'm like, this is a good time to get back into the hobby. So I've already driven it once out in the street in front of my house. You hear the little fan kicking on for the motor, which is cool. So all these things that you used to have to add to the car just come standard. So this is one of the things that really caught me off guard. I bumped the button and it surprised me. So it has a light bar on the front that is controlled by the transmitter. It's not powered by the transmitter, like I said in the short video, but it is controlled by the transmitter. Just a little switch. This thing's pretty cool. It's fast. It's super small, but when things are smaller, they seem faster. But this actually is fast. It is simple. It is basic. It's meant to be like a little monster truck. So it's not going to be I can probably make it handle how I want just by making some adjustments. But it's fast. It's mainly just like a basher type thing, which I'm pretty much going to be doing most of. I do have extra wheels coming. I know somebody was saying that earlier. Have lots of little extras for it so that I can make sure to have what I need. But I don't plan on killing this thing. This is what I'm going to use to get my bearings back for RC stuff. But this is, I drove this for a good 15-20 minutes out in the street, and it didn't hardly wear out these tires at all. So and it does wheelies. There's a wheelie bar that can go on the back. I'm not going to use it, but there is a wheelie bar if I decide to start doing some speed challenge stuff. So this is what's it called? Easy RC. But I got this from FMS. It was on sale. Normally it's $150. It was on sale for $89.99. We got ourselves a bargain. Let's check that out. Pretty fun. It's got brakes. The brakes work good. It's electronic too. It's electronic brake. So I'm cool with it. It's only 2S. The battery packs were less than $10 each. So I got 3. So now I can basically drive this thing nonstop for over an hour if I wanted to. But yeah, it's just something to break it up a little bit. I've been doing so much of the same for so long. It's time to do something a little different. That does not mean I'm not still going to be going crazy on this stuff, because I still will. I love these things. And I still, like I said, prefer this to turbines because they're hassle-free. The biggest hassle I have with these is having to balance them. And most of the time, I don't even have to balance them because they are already done from the factory for the right ones. But I neglected the chat for a little bit, so let's get back and check out what y'all was saying while I was running my mouth. So yeah, the Christmas catalogs, that's what it was. It was Sears. It was mainly Sears. What's her name? Toys R Us had them. JCPenney had one too, but the one that had the toys was Sears. It was always Sears. So that's what I got. So there are a few open channels on this. It's a 4-channel radio and a 4-channel receiver. So there's 3 channels that are occupied right now, but I still have another one. So if I wanted to get another switch receiver, I have a receiver controlled switch, but if I had one from FMS, I could just put it in there and connect another light bar, put lights in the back. So that's another thing too. I've been working with the LEDs for a long time. It's mainly been burners, but I have been doing other stuff with LEDs. So I'll start doing some more stuff with cars. So, and yes, urban legend, folding pages and ripping pages out and saving them, or using those as I'd rip the pages out and circle stuff and say that that's what, this is what I want for Christmas, Mom. So yeah. I even, back in the days, I actually did a science experiment, which cracked up people. I mean, it was kind of cruel. I used a mouse to show how G-forces affect animals, and made a little cage and put it on top of my RC car that would do about 40 miles an hour. And yeah, it wasn't very nice, but MC Redtail, if I didn't say howdy to you, I'm saying howdy to you right now. And yes, it is pretty cool. Thank you. So yeah, this one's from Easy RC Urban. And I've seen a few different places that sell these things, but this one's pretty good. And it's from FMS sells it, but I think you can get it from a couple other places. FMS has their own cars now, but they are mainly crawlers. But this thing's pretty good. Chassis doesn't look that bad. Everything looks pretty strong. I haven't run into anything yet, which is great. It just hopped right over the curb, hopped off a curb with no issue. Didn't even hardly compress the suspension. It hopped up like 2 or 3 inch bump. It didn't even bother it. So pretty happy with it. We'll see. I have big hands, so it's kind of hard getting these things to go on, but it's nice that they've got little handles on them to pull, which makes it easier. I should order a whole bunch of those too. But it's fast. It's fun. I'm going to make a few videos. Hat cam is cool with these because it's up in your face. It's easier to see. So let's see what else you said. What was this? Oh yeah, there you go. That's actually kind of funny. I made something today with an egg and was eating, and the egg went play and blew up everywhere. And yeah, it was $89. I think it's still on sale for $89.99. So it's basically $90. Yeah. And 2S. It's a 1050 pack, 2S 1050 pack Wild Bill, what is happening? Thank you for being here. Let's see how many people we got. We got 16 people. It went up to 18. So we got a few more people watching, which is good. I appreciate everybody for being here. Sorry for me being a little tired and out of it today, but I am. See, round shape sound pretty smooth. Yeah, it's the setup. So it's this little thing is brushless, by the way. This is brushless, and it's got. I'm not going to take this off because my hands are going to fumble, but it's a brushless setup. And even though it's brushless, it still does move pretty slowly, because that's the difference between brushed and brushless. Is this to get it started? The brushless are kind of harder to get started compared to the brushed, but it can go slow, which is good. But a brushless car with battery and transmitter, 4-channel transmitter at that, for less than $100, that is pretty dang cool. But yeah, it's fun. So Mr. Wild Bill, it has something to do with maybe California type thing, something that would have a certain smell and have a certain effect, maybe make you get the munchies. Anyway, yeah. So believe it or not, it sounds pretty good. And the crazy thing is, the parts are really easy. Oh wait, haircut. He got a haircut. Whoa! Did you trim your beard too? Sheesh. Speaking of haircut, I need a haircut. My hair's too long. I don't like having hair. So let's see what Randy says. A couple of my coworkers have MJX Hypergo vehicles. They're rather impressive for the money. That's cool, and that's what surprised me. Oops, what am I doing here? Kind of bouncing all over. Sorry, guys. It's pretty cheap, and there are even more cheap ones on Hobby King. Hobby King has some really cheap cars, but that GROM. That thing's surprisingly cheap. It was $209. So the affordability is good. I'm hoping that the affordability doesn't change with all this tariff crap that could be coming about. But I'm liking it. So I figured before I start seeing prices shoot up, I may as well get something. So I have a couple cars here. Used to have an RC tank with airsoft, but I sold that. To run around, drive it around, and shoot my kids. When they were little, they thought it was the funniest thing ever. They couldn't tell when it was going to shoot, and then we go and shoot, and they just crack up laughing. They thought it was the funniest thing ever. But as far as airplanes go, because I was going to talk about that, not only did Horizon come out with an airplane, let me see if it was. I go to Horizon Hobby and check it out, because I know it was something they brought back. If they're going to make it a hobby zone, or if it's going to be an E-flight or what, but it's that little. Let's see if I can see what's new. I want to do sale airplanes. It's, UMX. Where is it? What? Trainer. So let's go there. See if it's in there. It was a UMX plane. Yeah, there it is. It's the Champ Anniversary Edition. You can get it with a transmitter for $150. It used to be $99.99, but $150. Of course, it's pre-order. But they also have the plane that's bind and fly, and that one is $119.99. It's $120. But that was cool to see that thing back. I know a lot of people that flew that use that to get started. Let's go back. So I'm going to paste that in the chat right now. I don't know. I'm getting all Steffly. Oops, not that. But yeah, so check that out. The Anniversary Edition. That's the bind and fly version, and they also have the RTF version that they're going to to sell. And I thought that was cool because I know a few people that learned how to fly with that plane. No, not that. I want to copy a link, not an image link. Copy. So post that in there too. So that was cool to see because that plane was out a while ago. Horizon has this habit of doing new old stuff. So they'll do something old, try to make it new, which I get. It's cool, and it makes sense. So there's that. What else? And on top of that, we got FMS out here. And this is kind of an interesting thing too, because it's been a little bit of a controversy, mainly because the RC Sailors bagged on it so badly. But this little FMS 500 millimeter PA-18 Super Cup came out too, which is kind of cool. And it comes with its own proprietary stuff. So it's got its own radio and with its own features and all that other stuff. It seemed kind of cool. RC Sailors just bombed all over it. And they also bombed all over the T-28 that came out too. They couldn't stand it. So for $100 though, I think it's worth at least giving it a shot. The main problem is it's a brushed motor with a gearbox, which is not really that big of a deal, but it can be done. So I'm like, for people just wanting to get into the hobby and get into the hobby easy, it's not that big of a deal, especially if you want to do something simple. But it's not going to be Horizon Hobby quality. Now, here's the deal, though. Horizon Hobby, with their UMX stuff, they make their UMX with EPS foam. EPS is in no way durable. EPS, see these big old mitts here? These things just poke holes straight through those planes without even trying. I don't even try to do it. It's just on accident. So what I like about the FMS plane is that it is actually EPO, which is good because that's resilient. It'll bounce. It takes a lot to break EPO, especially that size, because it's so light. But yeah, FMS makes decent planes. I don't know about their proprietary radio gear. That's what the RC Sailors were bagging on. So they flew the plane and it cut out on them partway through because I guess the battery hadn't charged, even though it said it charged. Kind of their fault for showing up at the field without the battery charging. But it said the battery didn't charge and they went to fly it. And it tells you when it's not charged. So it was beeping at them, telling them, you need to land. So, I don't know. For $100, I'm willing to try it. I'm not. I want the tail dragger as opposed to the trike gear because I could do a little bit more with it just to see what it's like. I know that Volantex makes planes. There are a couple other cheapy brands that aren't bad, but EPO foam, that's a big deal. I like EPO. So urban legend, man, it's raining all over. Texas is getting knocked out right now, which is bad. But there's other places all over. I think there's Oklahoma, Arkansas, all these other places getting tornadoes and rain and all that. So hope it's not raining too bad where you are, urban, but it is raining. It is raining. So let's see. Let me do refresh here and see how many people we got up in. Oh, so we got 12 likes and looks like we've got 19 people. So hey, that's good. Thank you very much to those of you that are participating. Be sure to hit that like button, y'all. And thanks to all of you that are here in the chat. We got 19 up in here right now. It flashed up to 20 for a second, so that's cool. Thank you. So let's see here what's been going on. What's Big Chris saying? The higher the KV, the higher the top speed, but with lower acceleration. Yes, that's true, especially with cars. Um, so yeah, um, lower KV gives you more torque, um, more winds, um, and more inertia and torque. Uh-oh. It's like you got red flag warnings up there. Thankfully, we're okay here. I think we're about to start getting an increase in temperature. We were supposed to heat up a couple weeks ago, and it never did. But we're starting to warm up now. It's been really low 70s, which is nice. But anyway, so the crazy thing about cars, and especially with in-runners are different because they can, the length of the can give you torque, as well as the diameter of the can can give you torque. So you could have a motor that's 2000 kV, but it's a 36 millimeter motor, have a certain length, or you could get the same kV in a 40 millimeter motor with longer, thicker diameter and longer, which is always good, and more than just RC. And it'll give you more of everything, even at the same kV. You'll get lower amps, but higher RPMs. So there's different ways that you can work it. It's, it's funny. Oh, you're on the Oregon coast. Cool. I've been up there. And it's funny how it's foggy on the coast. It does the same thing here because I'm close to the coast. Foggy on the coast, and when it gets the foggiest on the coast, it's the hottest inland. So it does the same sort of thing out here. I'm only at most 40 minutes from the actual ocean. So if it's really hot here, I look over to the hills and I see the fog. So similar to what it does up there in Oregon. But oh, cool. So somebody who's that sweet switched account and another thumbs up. Thank you. Very much appreciated. Like I always tell Ty on his channel, if I could click like more than once, I would. So that's what we've been doing. So anyway, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about today. I've got that GROM coming. When I get the GROM, I'm gonna post more about that. As I said, I still have more EDF stuff going on. I have had this for so long. The scary, oh shit, I just dropped it. The sad thing is the person I got these from is no longer with us. But I got these 3D printed nozzles for my Rafael from a guy named Chris Zach. And that guy actually ended up passing away suddenly. So that is something that needs to be done and put back up. So that plane's been sitting for way too long. I need to get that thing put together and flown. And I have different setups to be putting in all these different planes. The one that I really want to work on the most is my T7A. I've got to get that gear working again because that's one of my favorite planes to fly. And it sucks not being able to fly it. Hasn't flown since October of last year. So, but anyway, guys, I think that's pretty much it for this video today. I didn't want to go on forever, but I did want to spend some time yapping with y'all about RC, and we've done that. You know what's coming up with me, and that's pretty much it. The RC plane videos will come back again. I just have to get out and post. I have it set up to where I've got planes for 4 different fields. I think I said this once already. I have two fields really close to me. One is called Baylands, which is a park. That's for hand launch planes. I have planes for that. That Rare Bear Racer and the other racing series, that's what those planes are for. I have another place called Rancho San Antonio, which is another park, but it's for bush planes, planes with landing gear. Not really hand launch type because it's dirt. But I have a place like that for a different type of plane, and then I also have the planes that most of my videos that you see here online are from a place called LFE, which is Livermore Flying Electrons. I have planes for that, and then I also have plans for another place. It's like 90 something miles out, but it's always beautiful out there, and I always like to go hang out with my boys Ty and Ricky, and that is Ty, Ricky, and Michael and his brother and a few other people. And that place is for jets, planes, whatever, but I mainly take jets. It's beautiful. It's out in the middle of nowhere. Just Bastion, what's up with you, man? Thank you for being here. Tried to stay on there with you for a little bit, but had to get off to go do some other things. But always good chatting with y'all and hanging out with you guys on your channel. But so I have plans for 4 different places, so I'm not going to be bored. I need to mix it up. So I won't be going to the same place or the same type of thing every weekend. I can do something different. So if I go really early on Saturdays, I can go fly some hand launchers before people come out. And then I could still go on a drive that same day. So, and then the next day I could go, the next time I could go fly at Rancho, just close. They're all close. So yeah. But that's pretty much it, and we'll start doing more videos and try to get some more edited videos instead of the usual just hat cam stuff. But yeah, hey, hat cam works. I've got a couple different ways of doing videos here in the house too, which will work. So anyway, that is pretty much it. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that goodness, and keep your eyes open for the shorts, the video shorts that are always posted, and be sure to just always see what's going on, because I'm trying to post stuff daily. The stuff that I didn't get to post stuff right away, but after this I'm going to put something up. So anyway, you're very welcome, Beadlock RC. I think is that the Fred Barron? I don't know who that is. It's somebody else's channel. But yes, the RC porn music will be on. So let's see where we at on the likes. How many likes we got now? We're doing good. We're at 19. So hey, cool. Thank you guys, and thank you to all the 15 that are in the room right now. But we're gonna keep on going. We're gonna keep on going into the music because I'm tired, and I'd like to kind of lay down and take a nap for the rest of the night. So anyway, thank you all for being here. The music will get started. I'll leave the chat up until I see the numbers start to dwindle. But thanks to everybody for being here. And yes, there will be a video of the GROM. As soon as I get the GROM, I'll probably do a video of the GROM next week because it's ready to run. So I'll just pull it out the box. It's supposed to be here Monday. Might even do a short of that. But there will be another live next week. So I will see y'all next week. And adios. I got to get this thing worked out, though, so I can play my videos again. I don't understand what's going on. But I'm done. I'll see y'all later. Adios. Thank you.